Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel, Eddie in Reading Land. My name is Eddie and today I thought I'd bring you guys my favorite depictions of the High Priestess. Okay guys, so getting started, I do have my trusty notes over here, and of course they're not open to the page that I actually need them to. But like I've done for previous videos on my favorite depictions, I will have two honorable mentions and then the top three of the decks that I currently own. This time I have very different art styles for my picks for my favorite High Priestess, which is fascinating to me. I've noticed that I have a trend of how I like the Fool and the Magician to be depicted. I can see a trend there, but I don't see a trend with the High Priestess. But as in any case, I'm here to show them to you, and I'm here to talk about them, and I want to tell you why. So first honorable mention. For my first honorable mention will be the High Priestess from the Hidden Waters Tarot by Anna Turian. And as you can see, it is a very abstract image, and I don't know if you guys know a lot about the Hidden Waters Tarot. It was very popular at one point, at least with me and some other tarot people, but I'm not very sure because I haven't seen it in a video in YouTube yet, or on a video on YouTube yet, sorry. But this is based on the Rorschach test. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. So it is easier for me to say it in Spanish than it is in English. But and in my opinion, she did a fantastic job with the whole tarot, the Hidden Waters Tarot. Whenever I work with it, it just allows me to associate the tarot with very different things that I wouldn't normally associate it with. Like, for example, this High Priestess over here. The goal of the deck of the Hidden Waters was so that you would see in the image whatever it is that you need to see at that point in time. Whenever I see this image, and hopefully I'm not priming anybody that has the deck or will like to get the deck, because I do feel like this deck requires you to build your own practice with it, and I certainly have done with that with the deck whenever I choose to work with it. I always bring out that journal that I have specifically for the Hidden Waters Tarot. But as in any case, whenever I see in this High Priestess, I see a group of horses running with their manes, dancing in the wind, and I just think, and for some reason, I related to the High Priestess because I feel like if the High Priestess is able to be in movement or in action, it would be a group of horses running in the desert. I'm very lucky to live in the desert and having actual wild horses around. Whenever we go to the city, to a normal city, not like over here, we're very far away from the city, from Phoenix. But whenever we do get to go to Phoenix, and sometimes we do see the wild horses out there, and it's just such a spiritual experience. To me, horses are very spiritual beings. Whenever I see and pet a horse, it awakens in me I want to say fatherly or maternal feelings. but it's not that. It's or maybe it is, but it's just a feeling of care. And I want to care for this creature, for this majestic creature. It's so big, but it's so noble, and it's so peaceful. And this is exactly what this High Priestess brings me. It brings me peace. It brings me that want to care. Maybe not only for me, but for others. This High Priestess allows me to experience spirituality in a very different way that I'm not used to with my own spirituality. And for that reason, it's an honorable mention. Like I said, is the Hidden Waters Tarot by Anna Turian. If you guys want to truly challenge yourself with a deck, I would say the Hidden Waters Tarot is that deck because, like I've said before and I'm reiterating right now, you get to build your own practice with the deck and make the associations to the cards of what you are seeing in the card. This deck holds a very special place in my collection, and definitely this High Priestess as well. It's a great, I love the black against the white. I love also that she chose just one color for the deck. To depict the High Priestess, and I love the ink, and I love that there's variation in the card too. It's just it flows. It really does make me feel like it's in movement. Like this High Priestess is moving, and it has manifested in horses, and it's just running around in the desert. And that's why I really, really, really like this High Priestess. But yeah, it is still my my first honorable mention because it's very abstract, and it is very specific, I want to say. But my second honorable mention is the High Priestess from the Mystical Manga Tarot. The Mystical Manga Tarot has a lot of beautiful depictions of every single one of the cards. I should say, actually, it depicts very beautifully the Rider-Waite-Smith, and it doesn't disappoint with this High Priestess. I feel like this High Priestess is this very ancient, probably in the Library of Alexandria, librarian that has just been interrupted in her work, and she's giving you this expression of, I know you didn't. And I just love that for the High Priestess. This is the High Priestess with sass. Hopefully, do you guys see that expression? It's just so precious to me. This gives me the giggles. This definitely makes me feel it's the right sort of energy for the High Priestess. I feel like this is exactly how the High Priestess will react when you interrupt her in her work. And she's doing important work. She's studying herself. She is learning from her past experiences, and I love that this High Priestess is actually writing it down so that I hope that she's able to go back to it and then, recount and build on her retrospective. I really, really, really enjoy this. And this High Priestess is also very fabulous. You can see that there is a veil, a very thin veil on top of her. You can see that her hair is trying to depict the moon. And I know that that's very important for most of us. With the High Priestess, we need a crescent moon over there. And I love that they use her hair to do that. I love the flowers. I love the colors. This looks like if the High Priestess would get a job or would perform a job, it would be definitely a librarian. That's how I feel. But yes, this is this is number 2 in my honorable mentions because it brings me so much joy, and not because it's also colorful and again the expression in her face, but this just screams High Priestess to me. All of this just screams High Priestess to me, and you can tell that this person likes to learn. This person's intelligent. This person is very spiritual, and this person is also not to mess with. This is a great depiction of the High Priestess, but there are better depictions that I like most, and bringing me to my top 3. Number 3 is the High Priestess from the Children of Letha Tarot by probably one of my favorite tarot deck creators, Sia Hunt. This High Priestess is just amazing. I want to see if I can actually put this down, guys. Let's see if you can come with me to this. Okay, there we go. I think that's a lot better, so I don't have to hold it up. The fact that she's an octopus or an octopus mermaid, the fact that she's bearing her chest, that she's so open, her arms are so open, it makes me feel like she's always ready to receive information. She's always ready to pull from inside and provide it to you with open arms. She's able to teach you things that she has experienced so that you won't make the same mistakes that she did, or try to avoid making the same mistakes that she did. This also gives me very White Morticia vibes, which I am here for. I mean, look at that hair, that skin color. Sia Hunt made such a great drawing with this High Priestess. This is a piece of art. I love that she's holding the pomegranate. I love that you can see the full moon over here, and you can see the crescent moon down here. I believe that this is also another moon over here, but I'm not certain because I have read the guidebook that comes with the Children of Letha, but it's very small. It does have a really cool poem. All of the cards have very cool poems in that guidebook. But even though she did address the art, she didn't really address the symbology in the background or the line work in the background. But I choose to believe that it's another moon, making it a 3 moon card, which again, it's also just really on point with the High Priestess and being the trump of the moon. So I really, really, really enjoy this card. I like how the tentacles are wrapping around the columns, and I love that there is some sort of script on the white column too. There is also on the black one, but I'm not really sure if the camera is going to. No, just looks like texture. But this texture over here, it's actually some sort of script, some sort of text. I choose to believe that is a record of what the High Priestess is learning about. But again, really, 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 really love this High Priestess. I think she's fierce. I think that she looks very strong. I feel like she is this kraken of experience and intelligence that has gathered from the depths of the ocean. It's just surfacing into the into the consciousness. There's a lot about this card that I really enjoy. The colors also, the colors of the tentacles with that really, really pale white. It just works so well. I love the ocean. I love that we can see the ocean. I love that there are mountains in the background. This High Priestess is actually really cool. I enjoy the symbology of it as well. Siahan did an amazing job, but then again, I don't think that Siahan can do any wrong in my opinion, or in my eyes either. I'm still waiting for the Children of Astera Tarot, but hopefully it'll be here by the end of the year. That is the biggest hope. I mean, if the universe would like to give me a gift for Christmas, it would definitely be to receive the Children of Astera Tarot before Christmas. That would be awesome. But I'm not worried about it. I have the Children of Letha to work with, and I am really happy with this card. But still, it's only number 3 because number 2 on my top 3 is the High Priestess from... Okay, let me put this up again. There we go. There we go. From the Tarot of the Starbound Fantasia by Taylor Ellis. Oh, by the way, I'm not really sure if I said... I think I've said who has made the previous tarot. But just in case, the Mystical Manga Tarot is artwork by Ren, and the guidebook was by Barbara Moore. But yeah, I think I did say that. As in any case, moving on to the Tarot of the Starbound Fantasia High Priestess. Again, I really, 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 really enjoy this High Priestess. I love the colors that Taylor decided to use for this card. I love the art. It's very different. I like that the columns have been transformed into sphinxes. And I love that he was able to still keep the black and the white. And I believe, and it's in my opinion, that this card shows a lot of duality, a lot of polarity. And that's one of the least recognizable meanings or depictions in High Priestess, I find, which is fine. I mean, there's so many ways that people can depict the cards in the tarot, but I just enjoy the fact that we have that polarity in the card. I can see it. You can see that there's 2 fish over here going round and round. We see an open pomegranate. We see pomegranates that are actually still growing, and pomegranates that are probably from the underworld. We're able to see that the High Priestess also has open arms. Oh, that's probably one of the things that I like most about the High Priestess. Because then also, spoiler for the next card, the top 3 High Priestess have their have their arms spread wide open. So that's probably one of the things that I most enjoy about a High Priestess, now that I'm telling you guys about them. But yes, I love that this High Priestess seems to be floating both on the air and on the ocean. I like how she has different color gray hair. I love her face, even though it's very tiny. You can see that there's a sort of ferocity to it. Oh, hopefully, yeah, there it is. You know, almost drag queen makeup, which I am here for. This is an amazing depiction of the High Priestess by Taylor Ellis. I love that she has on her headdress, you can see that we have the moon. And not only is the moon on her head, we also experience the moon over here in the background. And here again, we have another symbol for duality. It's just, the other thing is that the card is so well balanced. Artistically, I mean. Symbolically as well. That's the word that I was looking for. Symbolically as well. This is just such a joy to see. The contrast in the colors are excellently done. This is a more aggressive sort of High Priestess, I want to say. But again, not aggressive in a bad way. She just seems more powerful. That's I think that's what I mean. She seems more powerful. She seems very sure of herself. She seems very open and capable. I like that this High Priestess is also seem to be very inspiring towards her audience. In a way, there's a lot of even though the card does look a little still and stagnant in a way, there's a power in that too with this High Priestess I see. For that reason, it's my number 2. It's very colorful. It's super stylized. It's very elegant, and I just really like it. I just like it, guys. I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's number 2. But even though I really like the depiction and the symbology on this card, there's one more that actually takes the spot for number 1. And that will be the High Priestess from the Mary Ale Tarot. If my second option was inspirational, this is times 2 for that. This High Priestess is my favorite because for some reason I'm able to see all 3 of the divine women in this card. I see the maiden, I see the mother, and I see the crone. I see an expansion on this High Priestess. I see the ability of this High Priestess to actually not only absorb information, but meld into her surroundings and spread that information as if she was information, as if she was spiritual teaching, as if she's symbiotically transferring information to us with her own body, with the ambiance of the whole of this whole scene. I just love the fact that also there's so much symbology in this card, and that we as readers are able to pick on it and still be able to be so sure of herself, because I feel like this High Priestess is very sure of herself. I feel like it's not only that, and she's not only sure of herself, but she's also vulnerable, and asking us to be vulnerable with her. You know, learning from your experience and trying to be retrospective is very difficult. And there is a vulnerability to it, but there's also a strength to that as well. And I think this High Priestess really depicts that. I like to read the High Priestess more psychologically as retrospective action. And I feel like this High Priestess best depicts that feeling and that need to action for me. I just love the fact that this High Priestess is pregnant. It's completely different for a High Priestess. Mary L does talk about the reason why this High Priestess is pregnant. I choose to interpret this as she being able to almost birth learning and information as needed, and the fact that she's she's so exposed and she's naked, means that not only is she able to birth the information, but she's also able to support you and nurture you once the information is provided. I love that the High Priestess doesn't have a face. It just makes her more ethereal and makes her more mystical and mysterious in my view. I love the headdress and the way that it looks like information is just spewing from her head, as if she's unable to contain it. There's so much information there that she's just spreading it out. It's bursting out from her head. I love that. And what is wrong with this color? Oh, there we go, guys. Hopefully my husband edits this part out. But anyway, back to the High Priestess. I love that there's such a bright moon in the background. I love that the moon is both a crescent moon and a full moon, and 3 moons all in one. That is amazing. I love again that this High Priestess seems like she's surfacing from the water, as in coming from the subconscious and just being conscious of your current state, of the information that you just have acquired. I like how she seems to be rooted to the water, and there's foliage, there's plants growing from her. Again, I think that plays very well with with this nurturing sort of feeling that this High Priestess brings to me. I love the blues chosen for this High Priestess. They're beautiful. I love that we can tell that it's nighttime, and I love that we can tell that this High Priestess is from another world, but it's very much also part of this one at the same time. I think I think Mary White did an excellent job with this High Priestess. I can definitely tell that the High Priestess is one of her favorite cards. Definitely, not only because she wrote extensively about it. I don't have the book with me right now, guys. Sorry. But I mean, having read the book more than twice now, she does go very into detail about all of the symbols, and why she decided to depict the High Priestess in this way. And she actually talks about the High Priestess being the Kraken from mythology into this form. So the Mariel Tarot is a fascinating tarot, not like any tarot that I've seen, but definitely blew it out of the park with this High Priestess, in my opinion. But yes, so those were my favorite depictions of the High Priestess, guys. I hope that that you liked any of these, and let me know in the comments below if you agree with my picks for for favorite High Priestess, or if you don't, that's fine too. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know which one of these High Priestess is your favorite too. I want to know what you guys think, and I want to engage with you guys in the comments. But thank you so much for joining me today on this video. I really appreciate your time, and bye bye YouTube. Thank you so much again.